What up, guys? What the fuck? What happened with Javon Kinlaw and Grant Cohn? Now, a lot of you probably don't know who any of those people are. Javon Kinlaw is first round pick from 2020. The Niners got him 15th overall, I think. Grant Cohn covers the 49ers, and he's been doing that for a while. I don't know how long, but I know he's been involved in sports media for a long time. But this is something that, like, I wasn't really going to speak about. I'm a little late on it, but I need to because I just feel like it needs to be said for me personally, because this is something that I wanted to say and wanted to share with the NFL community for a while. Um, so yeah, but before we get into that, before we get into the wildest fucking interview I've ever seen in my life, um, Matt Corral. I heard an interesting story about Matt Corral, and he was a quarterback coming out of Ole Miss. He apparently got into a fight with Wayne Gretzky's son. The most random shit I've ever heard in my life. Now, I know the story that there is a reason why he got into a fight with him. And basically, Matt Corral went to high school with Tristan Gretzky. That's Wayne Gretzky's son. And it happened at a basketball game. That was kind of the start of him following down a path that wasn't really good for him. He suffered from depression. He transferred schools, and he said that there was a time where he was just laying on his couch crying. And, obviously that was, it wasn't because of the fight, but it was, kind of just a mix between all those kinds of things that led to a path like that, I guess. And it kind of shaped his career from what it looks like. And it was major headlines too. It was like insane. This happened when he was in high school once again, and he transferred to Long Beach. He said, that kid, his dad went through hoops to fuck my life up. And any reach to Wayne Gretzky to try and get his thought on the fight, they couldn't reach him. They couldn't get him. It apparently some recruiters thought different of him after that. And he just wasn't in the right place, in a good place, and it's weird though how little things like that can lead to such bigger things and kind of shapes a certain path in your life. But yeah, that definitely has something to do with the way he views himself now, which is in a better way. He's very successful. Of course, he got drafted. But yeah, just dropped a video the other day. If you haven't watched that, yeah, go watch it. But yeah, we're getting into something else that I think that was very interesting. Grant Cohn, once again, who is a beat writer for the 49ers, and Javon Kinlaw, who is the 49ers 2020 first round pick, got into a beef, which I don't really know the origin of. Like, I don't know where it came from. I'm pretty sure, obviously, I'm a 49er fan, and I follow Grant, not like, religiously, but I know who he is, and I've seen some of his work. And Javon, I know that he is like kind of a pick that hasn't lived up to the hype, mainly because of injury, because he got injured in the second year. It was only his rookie year, but it's a lot of people are really quick to like judge now with the NFL if you're not instantly showing your first round talent. It's just how it is nowadays. If you're not like teabagging people in the end zone and fucking doing backflips over people and sacking the quarterback and then drop kicking him and doing the crane kick like fucking Daniel LaRusso from the Karate Kid, then you're not looked at as talented. I'm gonna roll the video and we're gonna talk about it after.
My nuts is bigger than yours, brother.
I asked you what I said about you.
My balls is bigger than yours, brother. Put some respect on my name.
All right, Javon.
Put some respect on my name, brother. Stop talking about me like I'm an animal or something, brother.
What did I say about you?
Don't worry about none of that. Don't worry about none of that. You already know.
Javon, if you're gonna come on my channel,
you want to try to bring me hardcore facts, bro.
Javon, you're gonna come on my channel and tell me what to say and what not to say. You should have some. You should have some quotes. What I say about that,
bro? Nobody fucks with that. Nobody fucks with you. You don't even understand that. Nobody fucks with you, brother. You need to go find a new job. Nobody fucks with you.
What does that mean?
What you mean? What it mean? Nobody fucks with you.
Are you sure?
Nobody fucks with you, fam. And the only reason I'm getting on here stooping to your level this low is because I feel like it got to be done. Somebody got to do it, and it's going to be me. Somebody got to press you, fam. You like to come on here and try to bully people on the internet. But when I press up on you in fucking person, you fucking shaking like a coward, voice lighter than my fucking baby, fam. What's up with that?
You think I'm scared of you, Javon?
What's up with that, fam?
You think I'm scared of you, Javon?
Fam, I don't give a fuck if you are or not. All I know is when I walked up on you, your fucking body temperature was fucking cold as ice.
Straight bitch. My body temperature?
Straight bitch. Your fucking balls shriveled up. Little dick nigga.
Hey, Javon, do you think
playing with me, bro?
Javon, do you think you're representing the 49ers well right now?
With me on this internet, bro.
Javon, do you think the 49ers are proud of what you're saying right now?
Stop playing with me like you know me, bro.
I don't even know what I don't even know why you're mad, Javon.
I'm not one of your friends. You still haven't explained why you're mad. You don't know me, bro.
I don't.
Stop playing with me on this fucking internet, bro.
I don't.
Stop playing with me like that, Javon. Stop playing with me, bro.
All right, man.
Playing with my name, bro.
Is there anything else you want to say?
I got kids to raise, bro.
All right,
Stop playing with my fucking name on the internet, bro.
Hey, Javon, let me tell you something.
Bro, fuck all that, man. Stop playing with my name, bro. Like, you're not going to see me every single day, bro.
I'm there. I'm going to be there every day.
Stop playing with me, bro.
I'm going to be there every day, Javon.
Stop playing with me, bro.
And I want you to succeed, man. Bro. I want you to prove me wrong. And if you play
I'm
well, I'm the first person to say it.
Show, bro. I'm going to prove you. That's on God himself, boy. I was meant to be here, bro.
I appreciate it. I hope you do, Javon.
I was ordained to be here. I was born for this shit.
I'm rooting for you.
You don't understand that, bro?
I'm rooting for you.
All right. So, yeah, that's what it was. I think both of these guys were like two pressure valves, you know, just waiting to be fucking let loose, waiting to be fucking broken through. Javon, he's probably really frustrated because all these people were saying this shit about him, especially across the 49ers media. Grant isn't the only one, bro. Fans and shit, people let you have it if you're an NFL athlete or any athlete. They don't give a fuck. They'll say anything about you. Grant is somebody that people know, and a lot of players, which I'll also get into, really don't like Grant. And, bro, I don't blame them at all. I'm not saying, you know, spew hate at Grant, but it's just he has molded himself into being a known critical critic, for a lack of a better term. He's very hard on players, and a lot of players are really annoyed with it, which they should be, because he's talking about stuff that he really isn't in the locker room. For as much as we want to say that people are, you know, experts and stuff, or even people like me who are just doing, you know, videos from their couch, it's like you want to think you have good knowledge on what's going on, but you really have no idea. You're not in that facility, no matter what team it is, at all. So you really can't say anything. And for you to be overly critical or very hard, you have to have a lot of guts to be that way. And Grant definitely does, but I just think those two guys were just waiting to just clash at it with each other. I mean, they had a lot of things brewing up for them. They exist. I feel like Skip Bayless, you can categorize him, Colin Cowherd, and it's subjective because Grant Cohn, very hard on Jimmy Garoppolo. He doesn't like Jimmy at all. He's very, very critical of him, and he critiques everything he does almost, it seems like. I mean, when I would follow him the most is when he would talk about Jimmy, and he just, even if Jimmy had a good game, he would come up for an excuse as to why he had the good game. Or he does that with a lot of players also. It's really weird the way he does it and the way he talks about players in his videos. And this is the problem I have. So, obviously, some people think it's fine to bash people on the internet, which mostly, I mean, I would agree with, because it doesn't affect athletes on the field at all. When they're on the field, they don't even think about that. You know, they're not going around thinking, man, this fucking beat reporter said this about me last week. They don't look at it like that. But the problem that I have is that you can be critical, you can say what you want. I don't care. I don't really care. It's just when it becomes more of a way of your brand and the way you make your videos, you have to do it that way because it's entertaining, then that's an issue. And you're letting shit get to your head. And I've said this about reporters for the longest time. Like, it's the least credible thing now. Being a beat writer or a reporter, whatever you call it, I hate it. Like, I don't like a lot of people in the sports industry who like to just say whatever they want because they can and not because they actually know what they're talking about. It's kind of annoying. And I think a lot of reporters and a lot of, analysts, expert analysts, whatever you want to call them, they say things on the internet and they say things on their show and it's behind a screen. They don't have to worry about repercussions. If an athlete says something, they have to worry about repercussions. It's different. They can't say shit about a reporter who said something about them. It's kind of fucked up. But I've looked at it both ways, and I've looked at certain people like I said, Skip and Colin, and it's become like a art of just demolition and tearing shit down. I mean, talking about burning bridges. It's kind of what it is like. A lot of 49ers came to the defense of Javon Kinlaw, which obviously is expected. Javon said, put on his story, "I shook your hand for my organization. Nowhere was anything squashed, and you know that. Stop capping, dog. I ain't letting nothing go. I do this for the real ones. It's bigger than me." George Kittle said, "It's crazy to me that someone who is allowed into our building has the mindset/goal to antagonize and irritate players with their end game of being this." They may not view it that way, but that's I think the same way. "I thought players and reporters were supposed to work together. Being in this building, let alone this league, is an opportunity. It's not a right. People get really comfortable typing behind a screen." That's literally what it is. You could joke, I guess, a lot of people who have pages like me and YouTube videos like I do, and even actual shows, to actually be saying something that if you said that to their face, they wouldn't take that well. It's an embodiment of your work. It's not like talking shit behind somebody's back. That's your literal job. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion, but continuing to go after a player habitually seems like someone whose goal isn't to report or write a story. Yeah. Now, it says a lot about George's character, which, he stated it perfectly. He took the words right out of my mouth. Debo Samuel said, "Nah, for real, I've been had to block Grant's ass. He does the most for real." Yeah. And a bunch of other players said stuff. And it's not a part of the league, bro. It really shouldn't be. It's stupid. It's annoying the shit out of me. Colin Cowherd, for some reason, is going to take any chance he can to make Baker Mayfield look like something he's not. And that's his show. He does that with players. He has his players that he likes and the players that he doesn't like. And for some reason, Baker Mayfield is one of them. And he makes him out to look like an immature, stupid 20-something-year-old who has no idea how to play quarterback in the NFL, which isn't even true. Like, I don't even know where Colin gets like this ridiculous idea that Baker is this player who isn't a leader, who isn't a commander on the field, who doesn't gut shit out and play well, and he's just somewhat accurate, and that's the only trait he has. It doesn't make sense to me. And he doesn't face anything for it. And I'm not one to advocate for things like this. Like, I don't like speak my mind about like things that I think are wrong. I just kind of view it as it is what it is. But this is something that I've always thought, not even just in sports, but like in life, like you can say a lot of things that you want to say behind a screen or talk shit if someone's backing you up or if you got people behind you. But if you're one-on-one with the person or certain people, how much are you actually going to tell them? Not a lot, probably. He says these things about Baker, and it's like, why? He doesn't let it go. He never lets it go. He just keeps adding fuel to the fire. Same thing with Carson Wentz. I mentioned this in the video that I just posted. He said Carson Wentz wears his hat backwards, and that's bad. He judged Carson Wentz for wearing his hat backwards, bro. This is like you cannot make this shit up. It's fucking insane. I mean, there's so many like videos that you could pull up about like reporters or analysts saying the most ridiculous thing possible, and it's different from having an opinion. You just know when people are saying things for the views, and that's where it becomes dysfunctional and destructive. And I saved this one for last. This one was probably the worst out of all of them, and I'll never forget it. Doug Gottlieb said this about Andrew Luck. He said this back in 2019 when Andrew Luck retired. He tweeted this. Retiring because rehabbing is too hard is the most millennial thing ever. Yeah, because you know how playing football in the NFL and rehabbing multiple times to the point where you don't look at the game the same way. You know how that feels. Yeah, Doug Gottlieb, you definitely know how that feels. And bro, this was so good. Shout out to Troy Aikman, fucking GOAT, man, absolute legend. Said this to Doug Gottlieb. This is probably the best comeback I've ever heard in sports. I'm not even gonna cap. That's total bullshit, Doug. What qualifies you to decide how someone should live their life? So you're now the authority on what motivates Andrew Luck. And if his decisions don't fit into what you think is best for him, then you rip him. Guess that keeps you employed on FS1. Nice. Couldn't have said it any better. There you go. That's life as an analyst now, as a reporter. For a lot of people. And it's pretty upsetting. But athletes, keep doing your thing because that shit doesn't matter at the end of the day. Like I said before, you're not thinking about it when you're out there on the field, and they shouldn't be. Some news, something interesting that I saw. The Panthers wanted the Browns to take on 13 to 14 of Baker Mayfield's $18.8 million salary in order to work out a trade. So Baker to Carolina was going to happen, but it never did because of that. And it could still happen, though. I'm pretty sure I heard they're still in the works for a trade. Michael Thomas is apparently not ready yet as the Saints plan for training camp. It's kind of crazy. Like a lot of Saints fans got to be thinking, bro, like, how long can this last? It's only like a matter of time until we trade him. I don't think they're going to, but it's kind of scary. If I'm a Saints fan, I'd monitor the situation. I don't think anything is really going to happen, but it's just something to keep your eye on. You know, Michael Thomas, he's a really great player, and I want to see him back on the field. Now, this is something really interesting that I thought, that I saw. Chris Sims, he ranked Jalen Hurts as the 25th best quarterback this upcoming season. That's pretty crazy. You're one of the 14 quarterbacks that are in the playoffs, and you're not in. I know that's not how it works, obviously, and you're not in the top 20. I don't know, man. I haven't seen the list. I'll put it up here if I could find it. So I'm not like comparing it to anything. Like I don't know who he has ranked below or above him. But to have Jalen ranked at 25, 4 players ahead of him. Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, Zach Wilson, and Daniel Jones. All better than Jalen Hurts? I don't know about that, man. But that's Chris Sims, not me. All right, that's about it. Follow the Deep Wall on Instagram and TikTok. I'm going to be punching out videos like a goddamn woman giving birth. So, yeah, we're going to keep this up. Thanks for watching. See you next time.